This is the real reason why Taylor decided to make a very swift exit regarding that offer to appear on Meghan Markle's now defunct podcast for Spotify. As ever, let me explain. Hi, good morning. Nice to see you. Hope you're well. Let's have a quick wave today. And lovely comments, by the way, about the piece with Earl Spencer, Charles Spencer, Princess Diana's brother. If you haven't seen it yet, do take a look. It was lovely to catch up with him again, and such a nice guy, so very down to earth. And when you get chatting to someone, you forget, don't you? Do you know what I mean? You forget that you're talking about ordinary things, and I mean that in the nicest way. Good fun, as I say. If you haven't seen it yet, do check it out. Must point out as well, yeah, boiling in the picture. Yeah, so the weather, oh, I know, shocking. And you often wonder, don't you, what will I look like? He looks as fresh as a daisy. I look a little bit done in, but we'll just leave it there, shall we? Back as ever to your breaking roll story of the day. Big news, which has now been leaked out, of course, regarding Taylor Swift, the biggest selling pop star of the last few years. I don't know about you, I'm not particularly gripped by Taylor Swift. I've met her, she's a lovely lady, makes nice music, all that sort of thing, but I don't necessarily see it as being groundbreaking. Whether you like Madonna or not, you look at people like that and you think, yes, they've definitely left a legacy. Maybe it's just the time, the digital platforms that they're on. The good thing, though, about Taylor Swift is that she is a very strong supporter of our British monarchy. In fact, if you recall, way back a few years back now, I think about 8 or 9 years ago, she managed to persuade Prince William up on stage to sing alongside her at a charitable event. No mean feat in itself, and not bad for your career, is it, Taylor? She does look after, of course, her fans incredibly well, offering them all sorts of gifts and goodies and personal chats. I think she's worked hard to build a career. So why then did she decide to turn down the opportunity to sit opposite, maybe, the former royal known as Meghan Markle, the Duchess of Sussex? A lot of people were speculating why. Quite simple, really. She turned it down, two reasons. She didn't necessarily think the time was right. I always love that one by the PR teams, don't you? But according to a very well-placed source alongside Taylor, she didn't want to get drawn into the family battles of the British monarchy, veering very much on the side of His Majesty the King, the late Queen, who she also met, and of course the Prince and Princess of Wales. Very big supporters is Taylor, as I say, of the monarchy over this side of the coin, and so you can understand why she didn't want to be drawn into that. Plus, according to that good source, it wasn't exactly fleshed out about what the tone of the conversation would be. So, a lot of these major stars, they do like to know every little spit and cough in advance, and it just goes to show, and as ever we have to say allegedly, how loose Meghan and Harry were at putting these particular individual plots together. Someone like Taylor would require, a lot of advanced prep, in the sense of that, what is the conversation about? And the way it was sold in that particular letter, which was leaked, obviously, was simply this: it was an informal chat. But as Taylor's team pointed out, about what? And who would benefit from having the world's biggest pop star sat opposite a one-time royal? It would have certainly made Archetypes a very popular podcast indeed. So wisely or wrongly, Taylor decided to make a very swift exit. And that was something that truly did sting Meghan Markle. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.